Hello, pilots of the internet. Welcome to Foldable Flight. My name is Kyle, and this is where I teach you how to fold paper airplanes that will blow your mind. And welcome to my third episode in a series teaching you how to design your own paper airplane so you don't have to just fold someone else's, fold one of mine. You get to make your own, because I think that is half the fun of paper airplanes. So in the first episode, we kind of covered the four major forces that act on any aircraft. On the second one, we talked about center of gravity, and now we are kind of getting down to the brass tacks of paper airplanes, and we are talking about specific folding techniques. So you can see here I have two examples of the classic dart, and this one has the folds on top, this one has the folds on the bottom, and neither of these are going to fly that well, honestly. I know this is the most common paper airplane out there, but it's really not that great. And I'll show it here in flight for you so you can see it's fine, it's a passable plane, but there are obviously planes that are much better than this. And we're going to talk about what one of the biggest weaknesses of this design is. So now that you've seen it fly, let's take a look at these planes. In this example, we have these folds here that easily come unfolded from the center. And the problem with that is, one, it can create drag if it opens up. And two, it's creating asymmetry if it opens up differently on either side. And that's really going to hinder the performance of the paper airplane. And you can see if the folds are on the bottom, that's even worse because they naturally want to fall as the plane's flying. So they are definitely going to come unfolded in this example. So the solution to that problem is called a locking mechanism, or a locking fold for your paper airplane, and all of the best paper airplanes have some kind of locking mechanism. And in this video, I'm going to teach you 4 different ways to lock the layers of your plane to make your plane more aerodynamic. So with this one, there's a really easy fix that is going to address that unfolding issue in the classic dart. So I'm going to get rid of this one and show you this is the most basic way to lock your layers together. So you can see here, this currently will unfold, and it's unfolding from this center point. And I can prevent that by folding the point of the plane down and covering this central area. Now on this plane, it actually serves 2 purposes. We're moving the center of gravity as we do this as well, which is going to improve our plane in another way. But you can see here now, this layer and this layer will not come unfolded. And if I fold this in half and fold wings like so, this plane's actually going to fly much better than the classic dart I was just showing you. This is still, I would still call this probably the classic dart, but this is slightly different now and much improved. So take a look at this plane in flight and see the dramatic difference that one change makes. So now let's look at some other ways you can lock layers together. There are several basic ways, and honestly just a huge list of different ways you can accomplish this, but we're going to look at just some of the simplest ways you can. So this is very similar to what we were just showing you, where I folded the top down to lock the layers together. Here we're folding a point from the bottom to lock the layers together, and you can see neither side will come unfolded when you pull on it. And you can see right now this wants to flip up, but as soon as you fold that in half, that pulls really tightly to those layers, and now they're definitely not going to come unfolded, and you could fold wings. So how do we accomplish this kind of locking mechanism? Well, this is a pretty simple one, like I said. And it just involves starting by making a point at the top of our paper. And this doesn't have to be a point of exactly this shape. The angle can change, but I'm just showing you one quick example. And I'm going to try to move quickly here because we have a lot of folding to get through in this video, and I don't want to bore you with a 15-minute video just teaching you a few folding mechanisms. So here we've made our point. I'm going to fold this down. So now our point is behind where we're going to create the leading edges of our plane, and that's the important part. Now I'm just going to begin folding those leading edges that I was talking about. And this, again, I'm just folding through a single example here. There are many ways you can do this. This is just one setup. And you'll notice I'm going to show you one way it doesn't work and one way it does. So if I fold, for instance, this in here and this in here, trying to move the weight forward on my plane, you can see I've created these leading edges. When I fold this forward to try to trap those layers, we have a problem, and you can see it's because this angle and this angle are identical, so that this can never pull past them and lock them together. So instead of folding wings like that, I want to fold wings that have a different angle than this angle here. So I'm going to fold this edge to this edge, and this edge to this edge. And now you can see the leading edges of our wings are a different angle than this, a shallower angle than this, so I can pull this tab up over them and that locks them in place. And like I said, there are probably 100 different paper airplanes you can design that will incorporate this kind of locking mechanism rather than this specific one, just something that's similar to this. So let's take a look at another example. This one is probably the most common locking mechanism of any paper airplane locking mechanism that I can think of. If you look, we have a central pocket that we are just tucking layers into. And that locks them together so that they remain united, they don't come unfolded as the plane's flying through the air. So how do we set that up? This is another very, very simple one. And all that is required is starting to create that pocket by, we're going to fold down, and I'm actually going to fold, let's see, about here. I'm going to fold this in half. This is kind of just positioning a pocket about the width that I want it to be from top to bottom. And so there we have created what will become that central pocket just by folding the top portion of our paper down. And now I'm going to fold those leading edges of our wings. And I'll fold in one more time, just from this edge to that edge. And I'm moving quickly here. This won't be perfect, this won't be beautiful, but you're just watch the ideas that are present here. And you can see we've locked our layers there, and I'll show you a clip of a plane that uses this locking mechanism flying so you can see how successful it can be on a real paper airplane. Okay, so let's look at another locking mechanism, and this is the last one I'm going to show you in this video. This is the one I use on Marauder. This isn't exactly Marauder here, but Marauder is a plane on my channel, and again I'll show you how Marauder flies right now. And you can see that the layers here are tucking into central pockets that aren't horizontal, these are vertical pockets. So how do you create vertical pockets for tucking your layers into? And again, this is really pretty easy. We're just going to begin by folding a portion of our paper down, like so. And then we're going to flip it over. And you notice this is horizontal here. If I fold the triangle like this to center, now what was a horizontal pocket is becoming a vertical pocket. So we'll start and do that. We've already achieved in making vertical pockets, but you'll see that the vertical pockets are loose themselves. This isn't going to do a whole lot to lock layers together. So how do we fix that? Well, we're going to fold this down so we leave one portion of those pockets on one side of the paper and most of the pocket on the other side of the paper. And you can see the fact that that wraps around that edge now locks these pockets tightly to the main part of the paper. And now all we have to do is fold some edges that can tuck into those pockets. And that's not too hard. Just fold like that and fold it in half. And then we'll tuck that in. And there you go. So that is how you do that locking mechanism. Again, you could fold so many different planes that incorporate a locking mechanism similar to this one. Origami really is a language, and to design your own paper airplanes, it's important to improve your vocabulary in that language, to learn as many different types of folds, different setups for locking mechanisms as possible. So I hope this video helped you out. I'm also going to leave a card in the top right corner right now to an entire playlist on specific folding tutorials just on basic origami folds. You know, how do you perform a pedal fold? How do you perform a swivel fold? Because knowing those things, knowing the basics, is going to totally expand your capability to come up with new designs that are truly distinct from what you see here on YouTube or can find in a book. You can come up with your own designs. There's a ton of room for creativity still in the paper airplane world. As always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any awesome paper airplane content. And if you really like what I do, head over to foldableflight.com or patreon.com/foldableflight. I will see you next time.